What is up and what is good, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. I'm SoCal Shaolin. I'm back at Kokomo Toys, very awesome toy store. They have toys from every toy line you can think of from the 80s and even before that. It's been a while since we've been back, so we're excited to see what we find. Is that right? Remember, follow me on Instagram at SoCal Shaolin and subscribe to the channel if you're new for future videos. But right now, join us as we head on in. As you can tell, he's excited to go in and do some toy hunting. Let's go. And here we are inside of the world famous Kokomo Toys in Kokomo, Indiana. It was recently featured on an episode of A Toy Store Near You, a cool show that is now streaming on Amazon Prime. So check that out if you haven't seen it. Kind of dives deep into the history of Kokomo Toys, which is pretty awesome episode if you haven't seen it. And here we have some Marvel Selects, as well as a whole bunch of other Marvel figures, like those Toy Bizes there on the left, and these Mego style Stan Lee, whole bunch of them. DC figures as well. Marvel Legends. And here to the right of this is going to be more of those Mego style. These are DC figures. And more Marvel Legends. This is definitely a toy store that caters to both modern toy collectors and vintage collectors also. And if you're a pop collector, they got lots of selection here for you. Of course, here the ones in the glass case are the most sought after and expensive of the pop figures. And then the more affordable ones are out in the aisle where you can just pick up and grab. And as you can see, they have no shortage of pop figures here at this store. And up on top, you got some horror figures, life-size horror figures like Annabelle and Chucky from Child's Play. Here's a Pennywise from the new movie statue, as well as They Live and Michael Myers on the left. And lots of other cool statue figures on the top, which you cannot go up there. It's employees only. Here we have some random figures from like Rambo from the 80s in bags. So one thing about this store, the way that they display their action figures after sale, they got so much of everything, so they just put them all in baggies and price them and put them in the glass display case. So unlike other stores, they don't have like a nice display set up with like little acrylic tiers showing off the figures. They got so much of everything, so everything's bagged up, so it's kind of hard to see. Hopefully I got some good video and show you guys what it is to browse inside Kokomo Toys. But like you see there, they just have multiple figures of everything, so they kind of just bag them up and throw them in there. But it's very awesome to see. Got some Fisher Price old school figures there. They have lots of rare figures, mint on card. Some Battlestar Galactica right there. A line I never got into. Some Jurassic Park, $20 for a carded vintage figure right there. And then we have more Jurassic Park, probably the biggest selection of vintage Jurassic Park figures that I've come across in my travels and different toy stores I've hit up. I know I got some viewers that are into Jurassic Park, vintage Jurassic Park. We got a T-Rex, box Stegosaurus right there, and then just more human figs as well as dinosaurs as well. More muscle right here, lots of muscle minifigures, all kinds of colors, so take your pick. They got them all here. Two faces of the devil right there. That figure is on card, pretty rare. And then there's some more 80s style, like kind of like Remco, He-Man style muscly figures, and Battle Beast there in the front. And here we got Thundercats and a box of pencils there from Thundercats cartoon. And yeah, it's tons of Thundercats here. There's a carded Mumra for $6.75 if you're interested. And then that Skull Force skeleton figure, $200 on card. That is an awesome piece. Hopefully I can put that one in my collection one day, but loose, of course. Toxic Crusaders. It's made by Playmate, so it's very colorful, just like the Ninja Turtle figures. Lots of color in those. Looks cool when you have them displayed. And Mask, another toy line that's huge from the 80s that lots of people collect. I never had any of those when I was a kid, so I don't collect that now. But they're awesome to look at. I did see the cartoon though. I did used to watch the cartoon. And the real Ghostbusters figures from Kenner right here. It's always awesome to pick up some of those to add to my collection. They're just cool figures, the Ghostbusters and all the ghosts and monsters that come in that line. A couple of Silverhawks there. One of the toy lines I do collect, I want to get more of. And Mighty Max for those 90s kids, like my little brother. He was a big Mighty Max fan. He had some growing up. And now we get into the Motu section, Masters of the Universe. Lots of figures in baggies. So they got tons of them here. You want to start your Masters of the Universe collection, Kokomo Toys is a place to hit up to get your collection started or to finish it. And now's the time to get into this too, because I mean the prices just keep going up and up and up on not just Masters figures, on all the toy lines, especially wrestling. If you're into wrestling, oh my god, it's pretty big right now. Turtles is still a line that if you collect loose, you can still find them for good prices depending on where you look. But carded figures still go for some money. But as you see, most of these figures are like $10, $15. And Kokomo Toys usually has them complete with all their accessories. But tons and tons of turtles here. Here goes the early 2000s Ninja Turtles on card. I mean, for $40, still pretty affordable there, especially for the Ninja Turtles and Casey Jones, some of the main figures. And then more Turtles from the later lines. And more modern figures here. Got some NECA stuff here. Dragon Ball Z. Like I said, they have any toy line you could think of here at this store. Dick Tracy you saw there. And wrestling figures, LJNs. They got Hasbros. Some of the newer stuff. But yeah, tons of, not too many Hasbros, but they did have a decent selection there. Even got some AWA Remcos thrown in there. Some Jax Pacific wrestler figures from the 90s. And then Kokomo Toys has an awesome window display, as you see here. They just got tons of toys here. Good little mix there of vintage Star Wars, and you got some Godzilla in there thrown in. G.I. Joe vehicles. There's an Ewok Village playset there. So it's pretty cool. For the G.I. Joe fans, here we have some of the G.I. Joes they have for sale there. And then we get into some 70s figures here with the actual vintage 70s Migos here. Before we saw the more modern ones, the retros, but these are the actual vintage ones, as you can tell by the prices. Spider-Man 1 is one that I would like to pick up one day, and probably just that one, not any other ones. And then you got some superpowers there. One of the toy lines I'm almost done with, but of course I need the really expensive figures like Cyborg, which is a holy grail piece, and vintage Star Wars. Another line I am close to finishing it up. I need a few left from the final 17, as well as the droids. I need a few droids and Ewoks figures. And awesome display piece right here for $1,000. It could be yours, complete with all the figures. Got some micro collection in the back. And then we got some Star Trek Migos. And more Star Wars. Stormtroopers, Jabba the Hutt. They had a box full of Salacious Crumb. The Sandcrawler. Another Holy Grail piece right there that I hope to add to my collection one day. And then you got the big 12-inch figures. And then here goes some G.I. Joe playsets, as well as the Jurassic Park compound right there, which is an amazing playset. And yeah, tons and tons of playsets here at Kokomo Toys. As you see here, they just have them on top of the shelves. They got G.I. Joe, they got She-Ra, He-Man, you name it, they have them. More G.I. Joes. Now we hit up Voltron. Tons and tons of different Voltrons, vehicle Voltron, Lion Force, Power Ranger stuff. And then just random pegs of just bagged up figures, loose figures. These are figures that are not complete with accessories, so as you can see the price reflects on them. But for $5, Dick Tracy figure, that's not a bad price. But here on these pegs you can find just all kinds of figures. It's all mixed up, nothing organized. So you can definitely spend quite a bit of time here looking on these pegs. It's awesome Spider-Man vehicle set there. I believe Tonka or Ertl made those. Ertl, I believe, is the one who made them. And just another shot here of more playsets and some of the bigger toys that they have here at Kokomo Toys, like Technodromes and Mumra's castle there. And here I am, just in my element, doing a little browsing, seeing what I'm gonna pick up and take home with me, which you will see in the second part of this video. Once I get back to San Diego, I will show you guys what I picked up. All right, everyone, that's it for another visit here at Kokomo Toys. I picked up a bag of goodies. My son got like a Scooby-Doo figure, but I'll show you guys when I get home and I'm back in San Diego. I'll show you guys what I picked up. And remember, follow me on Instagram, SoCal Shaolin, and subscribe to the channel. Leave some comments below. Let me know what you thought of Kokomo Toys. Hit the like button if you liked the video. And yeah, subscribe and keep up with my future videos. More to come. SoCal Shaolin, I am out.
Comments below. I'm out, Daddy. Yeah.